Alrighty then, here we are.
Hey.
It's more Kids on Bikes. We're here a little later than usual for some important stuff before we get into the action or whatever it is you were saying, Sid.
Basically.
You phrased it better. So I'll hand it to you because it's your game, Sid.
So what we're gonna do this session is we're gonna hit like one more I'm not gonna say good narrative beat, but a certain narrative beat that's gonna integrate the powered character to you all. We're gonna kind of go over some specifics. We're gonna pass out. I don't know if I agree with the way that they want
Well, we might
the
pass
powered
out.
character to be ran.
Apparently, it's been a long day for everyone.
But we'll go over the aspects and the abilities and how generally that character is supposed to be ran. So then next time when we jump in, we're not breaking up gameplay or story to like interject it and like kind of splice it up in a way. So hopefully that works out, because it is a little weird, like just the way they want it done. But we'll see how it goes. I'm willing to give it the old college try with the way that they intend it to go. And if it doesn't work out, then if we ever do this again, then we just won't do it that way.
Okay.
It's an experiment.
Yeah, just like the questions thing for the characters. I don't know if I agree the way they specified that. I don't know if I like the zero rules thing, but here we are. Here we are. So last time that we were all together, we basically just kind of kicked off with the kids in Lofatt. I believe everybody just kind of introduced their characters. We had a shitty little dodgeball game because the tokens I intended to keep track of the balls didn't decide to separate and move.
That is what the doctor said.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all supposed to stay together.
Yeah.
They it worked fine.
Oh,
when
I mean,
put it
family?
together, and I was like, "Am I gonna be able to move this?" And then as soon as we start going, they're like, "No."
I don't know. Don't get hung up on the token thing. It was still a good game of dodgeball.
Yeah.
And we whooped them.
It was a good
won.
practice for combat.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then the kids met Letty Peters, who fell into a sinkhole a couple days ago, and's been acting a little weird ever since. She was a little weary talking about it, but eventually when she realized she might be supported in what she felt she experienced, she opened up a little bit. And as children do, y'all were like, let's go to the sinkhole with baseball bats and flashlights and hope for the best. Which I feel is like how any kids on bikes trope goes in any kind of media. So it's perfect. And I guess we'll kick off from there. Oh, wait. Before we cut off, the kids were in the sinkhole and they were inspecting things. They some like a hard hat, like a kind of a tool belt sort of setup with like a couple of small tools in there.
There's a hard hat with
and-
Bible
and
verses on the inside.
Yeah.
Mm.
And a boot that was down in the tunnel itself, looking kind of new, kind of worn,
Leather steel-toed boot with
but totally sketch.
neon laces, which I thought was interesting.
And it was right when I believe Doogie was kind of inspecting the area around him where he saw some eyes in the
Yeah.
dark. So
Yeah, spoopy eyes, the ones that glow. Also, I kind of cosplayed as Doug today.
I was going to say,
Oh,
it's
is
a
that what you're
snazzy shirt.
it's giving me Hopper Stranger Things vibes.
Yeah.
But like
yes.
in not an extreme way. Also, that was peak Dilf Hopper, and I want it back.
Ooh. Who's to say Doug isn't a young Hopper?
A
you
young
know?
Hopper in the
Oh,
making.
God.
We'll see what happens.
Actually, I could see that very easily. Actually.
Boy Scout
1,000%.
Yeah.
sheriff?
The sheriff. Yeah.
Just tired ass sheriff that's just yelling
Grizzled.
at a short woman all the time.
Grizzled,
Yeah.
self-medicated.
This tracks a little too well.
Yeah.
We'll have to do like a forward in time where y'all are adults, and it's
Oh,
more
hell
of
yeah.
an it scenario.
We should have done
Ooh.
this.
Oh.
boy.
Honestly,
Let's go get the guy.
Honestly, Sid, if we come back to this at another point in the future, that would be an amazing way to do it.
Fun way to jump around.
Yeah.
Okay, are y'all ready?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. The dark is endless. It's vast and it is deep and it is alive. It stirs and it writhes, but it's steadfast and unmoving, but something is there and it's watching. It reaches out, gnarled, rotten fingers or slimy, squirming of tentacles, teeth sharp, lethal, fetid. It's reaching. And it whispers and it somehow knows her name. It says it in a voice that shouldn't exist. It coaxes and it beckons and it continues to reach. But Daddy said that we weren't supposed to talk about that thing in the mine. When she did talk about it in the hospital, the doctor seemed quite troubled. So much so that Daddy stressed that they wouldn't let her leave unless she stopped talking about it. And it didn't feel like an empty threat. So Letty did stop talking about it, and sure enough, once she stopped talking about it, she was promptly released to go home. The thing in the mine haunted her dreams. She didn't get much sleep after that. Whenever she brought up the thing in the mine, Daddy changed the subject, and he canceled their camping trip, and when Mama asked about the change in plans, Daddy did not tell her the truth. When Letty asked why, he said, sometimes talking about things like that gives them power. But not talking about it doesn't make the heavy feeling in her chest go away. And it doesn't stop the bad dreams. And it doesn't stop her classmates from picking on her when a couple nights of no sleep starts to make her emotional and jumpy. She wants to talk about it. She wants to say something to make it stop. Leaving it alone is causing it to fester like a dirty old wound. So when the group of kids that she privately called the news crew showed the first bit of kindness that she's seen in what feels like eons, she knows she's not supposed to talk about it, but she wants to. They make her feel seen, and one of them makes her feel normal. They follow suit not long after by offering support in a way no one else has, in an offer to go to the mine itself, to maybe experience what she experienced and see what she saw, feel what she felt. And she accepts. Her and her classmates go to the old mine, and she watches them disappear one by one. She stares, stupefied, at the rope as it goes into the dark. The heavy feeling in her chest is painful, suddenly too much to bear. But she stares, and she waits. And Doogie, your flashlight drifts across the darkness, and you catch a pair of eyes staring at you from the dark. What would you like to do?
Reflected. The eyes tend to be night vision, for they can see in the dark. It's what those lenses do in the dark. Guys, there's this watching us.
I would now like to use my ability of flight. And run.
I think this is the appropriate time also as the token girl character to give the 80s scream.
Sure.
Do you have a Wilhelm? Do you have something queued up?
I don't.
Seem like you're in a Sam Raimi film.
Oh yeah, and the camera like does twist all in on
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think my character would try to grab the rope and start. He's gonna see if he can book it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I will assist. I'm gonna like
Yeah,
just
brawn.
eyes locked down the tunnel and just kind of like help boost, just hyperventilating and helping people climb up.
As you do, though, roll brains.
Ooh.
Burned.
And
I
all
always
all of you can if you want, actually, as a
You want me to
perception.
roll brawn?
Yeah. If you're like not paying attention, you are steadfast, like I am out of here. Then yeah, roll brawn.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, Justin.
Damn. Damn.
Wow.
Oh, Scoops is just
Scoop!
feeling. Man, these exploding dice, they are my friends.
Gotta love the
Um,
exploding dice.
Justin, you immediately turn tail the second Doogie starts like muttering some weird incoherent tongue stuff. You're like, something's wrong. I am out. So you turn, you grab onto the rope, and you do that like the jump, and you try to like cross your legs to like gather purchase, but it doesn't work. You slide right back down to the ground, and you try to jump again. Your friends, meanwhile, like Doug is like trying to like help boost you up. All he's doing is like grappling at clothes. It's really not helping. He might have even accidentally pulled you down. Um, um, but Alexa, you first noticed that the eyes very quickly vanished. Like not a beat after the scream, not a beat after like people turning tail and running. But it's young Mr. Scoops Ahoy, who his back to the group, like hearing just like frantic shuffling towards the rope. Your flashlight is still out, and you notice like you're starting to move it, and the eyes only appear when it's at a certain angle.
What kind of angle? Like up, down? Like what is the angle at which
Angled kind of up and over, like to a right. Like you notice they very quickly vanished when pointed like up to the left or down.
Interesting. Well, Scoops definitely like has a moment of like shudders for a moment, but journalistic instinct. He's going to reach in his bag and try to fish out his Game Boy camera while he's keeping an eye on this thing. Because I gotta have proof. I gotta have proof for this story. Reaching in to try to like snap a picture with it. Now I know with a Game Boy camera, it's just gonna be a solid black picture. Like you need like all the light in the world for a Game Boy camera to work. But in his brain, that's his camera.
Are you also holding a flashlight or nah?
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
Okay, tight. I think the second if you start approaching.
Oh, I'm not going closer to it, but I'm gonna try to get a picture of it from where I'm standing.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can absolutely try. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to do a roll for taking a picture? And if so, what?
You know what? For the sake of like kind of facing a scary situation, or potentially scary situation, I'm gonna say roll grit.
Grit, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
How's a 2 out of 8?
You fumble with it a couple times. It's hard to like get it up and running and like get it into a position where you can take it because you're fumbling with your flashlight and your camera. So when it does snap, it almost looks like you just took a picture of your foot.
Can you see anything on this? It's not backlit, right? The Game Boy Color isn't backlit, so it's probably just.
You're
There's
like
no way
probably
this
trying
goes
to
well.
use your flashlight to like look down at the picture, but it's all just colors and fuzzy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna help lean into
colors,
this.
I mean, like a glare.
I'm gonna like start wielding the baseball bat and set a hand on Scoop's shoulder and say, "I got your back, bud. Let's go get this picture." And
I appreciate that, Doug. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a good one down here. Like, I know we have flashlights, but it's real dark. And also,
in the darkest day, the
Kind of-
only light is journalistic integrity, right? I heard you say that.
He dies in darkness.
yeah, that's
You
it.
said that for your
Democracy
birthday
dies in
speech
dark-
last year.
Yeah, it's canon. Scoops created that slogan. uh, um, also, it seems like the others are kind of trying to get out of here.
Would you
I
like
was thinking
to-
we could, lure it to the light,
Are you trying to still crawl up the rope, Justin?
Just due to sheer determination and fear, could he use grit instead of brawn?
I'd say so, yeah.
Oh, am I marking?
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark an adversity for my
it worked
failed roll with
that
brains.
I needed a reason for my character to stay down here, and now
That's
I do.
true.
Can't
Yeah.
get up. But just gotta love it.
So in something that you as a young boy might not have experienced before, or maybe you have, you're having this very visceral moment where your body is just, it's shaking. Everything feels weak. You feel propelled to move and run, but it's almost like you're in a dream where you're like, I need to get up this rope. And your body's like, no, you're not going to get up this rope. Like your arms give out. You can't grab hold tight enough. And so you probably just at this point, like, your legs give in and you just like slide to your butt this time.
And like, how far away does this thing seem to be?
10, 15 feet. Far, but not far. And it doesn't look like it's advancing whenever the lights shined at it.
I open up my bag or my box of lemon heads and I chuck it to be like, I don't know, maybe 8 feet away, just to see
like
if
ball bearings?
it'll go after the lemon heads.
You do. You hear it like kind of ricochet and like scatter along like some cribbing and some old rock. Maybe even something a little bit more metallic, like the maybe rail structure that they had kind of like weaving through here. But other than that, you see no movement.
What do we see, like, if the flashlight is directly on it? Because I think Alexa would like, or does the flashlight just not travel far enough for it?
All you can really see from the distance is like right when it's that upper right, you notice the 2 lights show up again.
And is it not
Just 2
moving?
glowing orbs. No, moving, and it's gone when you point it away.
Doogie's gonna be a brave boy and approach a little bit
How far?
cautiously. Gonna start with 5 feet and see how we do.
You don't even need 5. And I'm like, this is, I will specify, it's not that you're just not having like shit flashlights. I'm assuming none of y'all have like military grade. I can use this as the back signal in my backyard.
I'd like to think Doogie has one, but
Like
no,
the glass,
maybe next year for his
the
birthday.
plastic's already kind of yellowed and like faded anyway.
That's what I was
like,
imagining, like the
that's
dollar
what I'm
store
assuming.
plastic
With
flashlight.
good flashlights on his birthday list. He's probably getting it this year for his birthday.
Oh,
Like, it's not even like a
definitely.
good light either. It's like a yellow tint to
Just
it.
give me
you
a
know?
month
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'll have one.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But Doogie, you step forward like bit by bit. It's almost more like a shuffle. Like imagining that you're like swashbuckling a pirate. It's this, just the shuffle forward. You see 2 lanterns hanging from the cribbing, and when your light hits it just so, it reflects off the 2.
Hey guys, we're dipshits. Got bad news. We're dipshits.
Oh,
Fun fact, I had that scare when I was quite young.
Oh dear.
Write what you know.
Yeah. One sec. I'll walk up and I will light the lanterns.
Scoops just lets out a big old sigh.
Do you
Deletes
have
the photo off of his Game Boy camera.
Do you have like a lighter or anything?
I've got a binoculars, a lighter, and a Swiss Army knife.
All right, you can light them with lighters.
Should I send
It's-
you like a list of my backpack just to make
I mean,
sure?
I could probably look in your backpack. I'm gonna trust
Okay.
you with it.
Do you have
But
a warrant? My backpack is locked.
You have a fucking warrant, huh?
strictly out of curiosity,
You the
for
man?
flavor's sake, what kind of lighter is it? Is it one of those Zippos? Is it a Bic?
And as cool as the Zippo would be, I think no, it's either like a Bic light flick lighter or like one of the grill lighters that he like just grabbed from the kitchen counter.
I absolutely imagined a grill lighter.
Okay, cool. We're gonna use that because that's that's what's funny.
You light it, and even like touching this thing, you can feel that it's old and it's ancient. The wick has been burnt, but not overly so where you can't use it. In fact, it's very, very dry. And it lights up no problem, but it doesn't look like there's like any fuel in this lamp anymore or this lantern.
Okay. So
Doug.
only up for a moment.
Tell me what you found. Say it into the microphone.
Doogie will give you a weird look. He'll like walk all the way up and like get too close to the microphone.
I found a lantern with a lantern, and they're dry. They're 2 lanterns is what the eyes what the eyes were the lanterns.
That good?
Yeah, I can pull a quote out of that. You don't have to eat it next time though. You can just talk.
I made sure not to eat the lanterns.
Right, so we found some lanterns. Anyways,
Yeah.
Guys, how are you doing back there?
I think just out of pure nervousness and not wanting to face the unknown anymore, Justin's just gonna shout out, "Shoot yourself!"
It was lanterns. The lanterns can't show themselves. I showed them.
There's the thing that's nearby us, right?
Nope, there was nothing there.
Yeah, no, what we thought we were seeing was the lanterns.
Oh.
Well,
Hmm.
I guess we can just keep going. Letty, are you okay with that?
Is she down here or is she still up top?
She is not down there.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
You hear no response.
Or we get another Dwight Angelo moment of like, yeah, let's go. Ah! When did you get down here? All right. Are we going to... We can go far... I mean, Justin, are you okay to go farther?
I mean, I guess if we find something, maybe this will sell more papers.
Hey, will it help if I take care of the sound and you would just be my camera guy? Give you something to, you know, occupy your hands? I know sometimes I get a little weird when I, like, don't know where to put them.
I guess so, sure.
Okay. And then I'll hand him my Game Boy. Just be careful what you click on, because I almost have my Pokédex finished, so, you know.
I'm
Okay.
still trying to get the missing no.
Oh,
I heard
right,
it's-
camera.
That's gonna
Oh.
crash your game.
That's what Billy said, but Billy's a tool.
No,
Really
it
is
really
a
does
tool.
actually mess things up.
Well, that's what.
Well, Alexa,
Okay.
I didn't know you played Pokemon.
Well, I haven't in a while. Justin let me play it on his Game Boy a while ago.
Do you have a Ditto? I need a Ditto.
No?
I have a Ditto.
All right, Sid, campaign derailed. We're going to trade Pokemon the rest of the episode.
We rush back.
Take it away. I mean,
Also in my
Alexa's-
pack is my link cable.
Alexa's gonna take out the video camera that she brought down as well from her backpack and like sort of hold it here with the flashlight against this So like the flashlight's pointing forward and the camera's.
Yeah, kind
right
of like
there.
a police officer with a gun, but it's like.
Yeah.
Scoop, maybe we just, I don't know, leave it to the video camera. I don't think this Game Boy camera is gonna capture much.
Yeah, that's fair. I was, just trying to be nice because you seem kind of freaked out. Understandably.
Yeah.
Are you, hey, if you don't want to go deeper, you could just wait here by the rope.
I don't want to wait here alone. That's when they get you.
Fair point. Okay, well,
I've seen horror movies. I know how this works.
yeah. Well, we did leave Letty up top completely alone, so...
I've seen Goosebumps.
Letty, are you coming down?
There's no response.
I'm gonna. Letty, you up there, bud, friend? Letty, over.
Quiet.
Letty, come over, please.
That's right. The
Get
walkie-talkie.
away.
You showed her how to use that, right?
Letty, you gotta press the button, talk, and then let go of the button. Over. Did I forget to turn it on before I handed it to you, Letty? Anybody? Over.
It's unnerving how long she just doesn't answer. And then eventually you hear a very, very quiet, I have to go to the bathroom. Over.
I get it. I think we all just kind of almost went to the bathroom a minute ago. Unintentionally. Over.
Hey, some of us were really brave and tried to take a picture of it. You saw
Of
that,
the
right, Alexa? I
bathroom
was really
time?
brave and tried to take a picture of it.
The bathroom time we almost did. Why would you
You
take a
guys-
picture of that? It's
Did you guys
weird.
see anything? Over.
Not yet.
Turns out it was just some lanterns and we're a couple dipshits. That's fine. Over.
I like to imagine that the sound is actually what the kids are making, and the walkie-talkies are not making that sound.
Yeah, the walkie-talkies are actually decent.
Yeah. All right.
Are you,
Oh, sorry.
are you guys coming back? Are you guys... What are you doing? Over.
We can't get
Over.
back up.
Did you just go with your mouth? Over.
It's quiet again.
Well,
What do we tell her? Are we going or nah?
well, now that we know there's just lanterns,
No, we should keep going. If there's someone down here, they might need help.
All right.
we found a boot. What about, the foot it was on?
This boot could have just been left here like 40 years ago for all we know.
I don't know. It looks a little newer than that. Look at these neon laces. They're still pretty bright. Doesn't matter. We found a boot. Over. I think we're gonna go in. We're gonna stick it out and do the thing. Do the dang thing, because we're brave boys.
Ask if it was hers.
Oh, was this your boot? Wait, are you a size 12 men's? Over.
No!
Yeah, she says
Over.
she's not a size 12 men's, guys.
I don't
Over.
understand how sizes work.
It's big. It's the
Okay.
size of my head, man.
I don't know. I heard the guy who works at the Blockbuster say something about, like, if you have bigger feet, you, like, need
Wear
a bigger
bigger
belt or
shoes.
something.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I didn't get it either. All right, so
Doesn't
left,
make any sense.
Is
left
that
or
my
right?
dad?
Might have
I
been
need
his
to
head.
talk. God damn it, Dad. I mean, gosh darn it. Oh wait, no adults. God damn it.
Jesus is gonna be mad at you now.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought chosen children didn't say that.
I'll choose what part you can bite, bud.
What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah.
We're just stalling for time here. I guess we're gonna get in there and do the dang thing. Over.
All right, well, I think we should just keep going the same direction we saw the lanterns in. Because if there's
Yeah.
some lanterns, then there's got to be more, right? And we could, like, light the ones we pass. That way we know how to get back.
Yeah,
How many directions are there to go in?
just the two. There's this
Yeah, right
way,
now it's
and then
just
back
tunnel.
that way.
Well, I've seen a lot of Scooby-Doo. I say let's split up, gang.
Are you stupid or high?
Okay,
I
I'm
don't know
going
what
with
high
Alexa.
is, but no.
Scoops is all for it. Yep, Alexa and I'll go this way. We have the gear.
All right, when I was at that church lockdown overnight, we played a game called Dungeons and Dragons, and they had said rule number 1 is not split the party. And you know what happened? They split the party, and everybody was corrupted by the devil. I don't think that's how it was supposed to
Party.
go.
That sounds both nerdy and made up.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. It was a bad
Yeah, but
time.
Party. This is the worst party I've ever been to.
Point is that we don't split the party.
We definitely shouldn't split up. Let's just keep going this way.
All for
And
one and one
Alexa's
for all.
gonna start going in the direction of where the
Oh,
lanterns
shit!
were.
Yep, okay.
We're moving
And,
over.
and we're going deeper into the tunnel. Alexa, make sure I'm right in the center of the frame. And we're going right deeper into the tunnel with the
You probably shouldn't
mysterious
walk backwards.
If I
eyes
die, please
slash
let my parents
other
know
things.
that I wasn't a weenie and I love them or something. Bye. I mean, over.
Hey, Doug, stop being a weenie
Over.
and light these lanterns that we pass.
Yeah.
Upon second thought, I think Ben's birthday party was the worst party.
It was pretty bad.
Food poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody got food poisoning.
Remember
and
when
then-
Freddy threw up on the cake?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh,
That should have been a pretty
Worst
big red
party.
flag.
And then even
Maybe-
worse, Chris still had a slice.
Yeah, we probably should have left after he threw up on it.
Yeah.
So you guys go deeper. Very quickly you kind of lose that little bit of a spotlight that opening in the sinkhole offered you, and it becomes more of a just a distant light source. Just kind of marking your way back. Scoops, you might trip a couple times walking backwards.
I'm okay.
But for the most
It fully
part,
gets recorded.
yeah.
Alexa,
It's,
rewind. Delete that one.
I don't know how to do that. I just hit the record button. Let's just keep going.
Keep rolling, cowards. We're doing
Fix
this.
it in post.
you have to edit it on the VCR.
Oh god. As you record it, you have to stop, rewind, re-record over it.
My mom said Greg Ferguson picked up a VCR from a hussy. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like a weird bus, I think.
That's the host of the Tonight Show.
I guess.
Not at this point, he wasn't.
I mean,
I go to
no,
bed. I go to bed at 8 every night. It's actually way past my bedtime right
what
now.
Are you a baby? I go to bed at 9.
No, I have chores in the morning, kinda. Don't worry about it. Mind your own business. You're the weenie.
It goes on like that for a time. As you go, Doogie, are you lighting the lanterns that you find, or
Yeah, I'll
trying
give it a
to?
shot.
Some of them the wick is gone. Others seem more prone to keeping lit, while others are lit. And then, I mean, looking back, you can see some of them are snuffing out. But it's a long, narrow passageway.
Is it straight?
If you, yep,
Like, we turn. Okay.
for the most part. If you guys roll history check, brains, I guess.
Brains.
Brian's.
I hate how limited it is.
Not a lot of brains.
Golly.
Brian's.
Well, my smarts are all run out. I've fallen over too many times.
Okay. Doogie, you might remember maybe a snippet of some story you've read from your homeschool days. You remember that back in the day before the mine was sealed and or caved in, there used to be an activity that some of the kids would do, and it was called making the mile. Like people walking a mile into this mine leaving their names on the cribbing and leaving. And I mean, this very well might have been it. It's straight, it's narrow, it's going on for a bit, not really tracking off in any one direction. But at the same time, it gets colder. And not like a normal, you're underground, it's cold. Some points it feels icy. Fingertips start feeling numb, you know, when you're playing a video game and the room is just a little too cold and you're like, I have to play underneath a blanket. It's a little jarring at some points. But other than that, it just a walk.
Do I see posts with names carved into them?
Occasionally, yeah.
Alright guys, I got good news and bad news. Good news is we've made it like a mile. Bad news is Phil Manchego's mom and dad may have not have been as goody two shoes as we thought that they said they were.
What do you mean?
We got out of here. Well, it has their names here, I guess. Just remind them that they did crimes too. Well, crimes. Trespassing's a crime, right, guys? Oh crap! We're doing a crime.
How
I
many?
don't think anyone's gonna press charges.
Yeah,
What
we're
is the
kids, we
little?
can get away with anything.
What does the little screen say in like terms of how long she's been recording to like get an idea of how long they've been down there?
How fast are y'all walking? Just out of curiosity, for the sake of it. I reckon it's a little slower.
How fast is the average child?
Yeah.
Well, if
feel like
it's
it
in the
ebbs and
dark,
flows,
I
right?
imagine we're going pretty slow.
Well, I think it
Um,
ebbs and flows, right? Like
from-
we like
yeah.
build up a pace and then something spooks us and we like slow down. Kind of build
From
up.
the start where you began, like just pulling it out and surveying, I would say probably about 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, we still haven't seen anything. Maybe the person got out.
I mean, there's also a whole other side.
You think that
Should
might go somewhere different?
They
Should
went-
we call out?
Just,
I guess.
I mean, it'll echo down here, right? Alexa's scream definitely echoed.
Yeah, you
Could I-
would think someone heard that.
Could I roll a brains to see if I could notice any tracks or anything marking this tunnel to suggest like disturbance or anything?
Sure, go for it.
If not, who has the loudest scream?
It's a tunnel. I mean, you don't not see tracks because I mean this was, I mean, what it is. People traverse down here all the time before it was sealed up, so there's tracks. You can't really determine how fresh they are though, and that's probably just due to the type of dirt it is. Like some of it's just very soft, fine powder that holds detail really well. Some of it is more like hard surface. It's just, you know.
Gotcha.
Alright, well, if we're gonna yell out again, I mean, who's got the loudest yell? Doogie, you're kind of shrill.
What's that supposed to fucking mean? I mean, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, I just feel like you could really, you know, dig in.
No, alright.
I was waiting for you to be like, "Can I get a ha-ya?
Can I get a hiya?
Ha-ya?"
There's someone out there! Did you hear that? It's a call and response! Classic trap! fucking got you.
So you actually like scream out?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to like do that for real, and then we just see Amanda walk into the frame. Like, are you okay?
The fuck, Andrew? Howdy,
You
howdy, howdy, hi.
call out, and strangely, there is no echo.
Oh.
It's contained. I mean, the sound is very much just you, nothing following it. The air around you seems muffled almost. And then from the dark, you hear, "What the fuck are you doing? Shut up.
Yeah! I raise the bat.
Shut up."
Who's that?
What are you doing down here?
We thought it was just the four of us, but it turns out there's someone else. Hi, please introduce yourself. Just
What are
extending it
you
out
doing?
like into the darkness.
I'm with Scoops on this one.
Your recorder, like the little light indicating like recording, like
Mhm.
little red light at the top of it, it flickers bright and then dims. Alexa, you notice your screen on your own camcorder is starting to like fizzle and kind of pixelate a little bit.
Oh man, I'm losing tape. I'm just gonna
And
stop.
then you just hear, "You shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You need to go."
Well, but if we shouldn't be here, shouldn't you not be here too?
As if I had a choice. Can y'all roll brain
Yes.
for perception?
Oh, fucking A.
Brains.
I'm reloading this. This is dumb. Gonna mark an adversary
Fucking
adversity
Scoops.
token.
It's my best stat.
This time, Scoops, you do see two glowing eyes in the dark. You see them blink. You see them shift and you see them move.
Oh, lanterns don't do that.
And when you like when there's an emphasis, "You shouldn't be here," you see him narrow with emotion. You see him like shift and animate almost.
Well, who are you?
Michael Dickinson.
Dookie gets thrown into the mind palace where he looks at 5 feet back. There was a post where that name was scrawled on, like carved into one of the posts. Does that fit into the narrative?
Not quite, but also it's not super off the mark.
Is there like a history, anything to roll with that name?
Newspaper.
You
Think
recall
about
earlier in the day,
the memorial.
standing outside at the memorial, as Ethan Queen pulls off a sheet or a tarp or some just frankly disgusting looking covering to show this black column with gold names etched into the surface.
Yep. Boom.
You didn't see the name on the cribbing. You saw it on more of a tombstone that was erected out front of City Hall.
What is it?
You guys want the good news or the bad news?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't realize there was good news.
oh, the good news is, uh, we found him. Bad news is I think he's dead already.
Who?
If we're not supposed to be down here, can you help us get out?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I would happily help you out. Yes, let's turn around and get you the fuck out of here.
And when we
Alright,
say,
sounds good.
where are you right now?
Behind you.
I turn around.
Yeah,
So
the quick turnaround.
Yeah, that zoom.
it's you see it out of a peripheral, and it's like as soon as you come full force, like eyes and lights, it's gone. But for like a split second, you could have swore that you saw like a teenage boy just before like lights on, he's out, he's gone.
Are we hearing the voice like echoing around or through the walkie-talkie?
No, it's there with you.
What about the eyes I was seeing?
Still there.
Quit playing around, man.
Oh, not still there. Sorry, they vanished, and now it's
Got it,
more
got
like
it, got it. Okay.
Quit playing around. Just show yourself.
Can you lower the light a little bit? Can you?
What?
You know that makes us want to leave it on, right? That's kind of suspicious.
I'd like to
Okay,
point mine
just-
directly above me, so it like kind of it's indirect light and bounces off.
The more indirect light, just like that kind of haze of yellow, you can make out a teenage boy. He's tall, he's 6 foot, he's lanky, wearing like an old ripped t-shirt with like AC/DC like on the front, like some dark jeans, but also you catch glimpses of skeleton, of skull. It's not at all corporeal. You can see right through it, and when your light flashes over it, it diminishes very significantly.
Is it? Oh.
I think as a kid, I would immediately start running away.
Ghost!
What did she said?
I
I
don't
would
know.
just start looking it back to be like, I'm going to give the rope one more try.
Well, that's
I don't.
Yep.
I don't know that. I don't know that
This
Scoops
is-
is gonna start running. Honestly, like he'll probably like be very intrigued and only like run when he turns and sees everyone else is gone and be like, oh, and have to like he's running to catch up to them, not because he's running away from it. You know what I mean?
is 8 crit a fail? Grit.
8 grit for climbing the rope,
Oh, just for running.
or are
like,
you
just
talking
do
about
I?
just
for
running?
That's the fight or flight. Fight or
That-
flight.
that was in a-
Alexa? Okay.
That was just for me to know whether or not she would run.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
do
I run or-
cannot roll above a 3 tonight.
Have you
Just trip.
reloaded?
It
I
did.
need to reload.
Reload, Richard, reload.
Alexa's definitely running with a 2.
Oh yeah, you're out. Doogie. You have that moment where you're like skipping off to run. But you notice as you do so, he just like steps back. It's not a pursuit, it's a like perfect. They're on their way. And it gives you enough pause that I will let you choose how you want to act, like in less of a snap decision kind of way. Like you have a chance to gather your bearings and like, hold on, wait a minute.
I think we get this good shot of like he kind of like
Justin, you trip a
stutter
little
step.
bit. Like it's just like sprinting in your dreams, man. It's like you just jelly for legs.
Yep.
You're moving though.
So Doogie like stutter steps, but looks back and sees him step, and there's like he kind of freezes and like gives the what look, and it's this perfect like push as we see Justin and Alexa like fucking bolting behind them into the darkness as it like pushes into the close up. Like, do you want to come with us?
I can't. Go ahead though. You too, kid. Run.
Why can't you come with us?
Don't make me get into it. Will you just
Well, you can't say
Just-
that. Come on,
just
now I have to
run.
make you.
Scoops, Game Boy, picture.
just run. Just run away.
Yeah, we're running. I'll grab Scoops' flashlight
This
from his
is
hand
not-
and shine both flashlights.
Stop! He's not trying to hurt us.
Scoops, picture! Grab the
Um,
picture!
Well, if you put the light on him, he disappears. That doesn't work.
That's fair.
I want you both to roll flight.
Oh dear.
Sounds like some sort of attack is coming our way.
Out of
You
a
know, so
D4,
to
that's
speak.
pretty decent.
Don't forget it's a +1 on this. for
Flight.
kids.
Four
Dougie.
total.
Flight.
Yeah.
Run away. You
Oh,
can fight.
sorry, flight. My bad. Total of 4.
Well-
Out of D6, that's pretty. It's a thing.
7. Okay.
Did moderately better. Maybe.
The lanterns that you've been lighting on the way down here. The flame in one of them, just this little itty bitty candlelight. It's a warm glow though. It's they've kind of been comforting for as long as they've been staying up. But there is a sudden spike in heat and energy as this flame that started out as just a flicker turns into more of a bonfire. It flares upward, it coats up the walls. For a second, it looks like it's going to catch because this is a coal mine. And then in doing so, that glass that housed it shatters. Scoops, you start hoofing it just enough to evade. Doogie, though, you feel glass hit your arm, hit your back, but it's the bare skin that really hurts. Nothing huge like shards or anything like that, but you do get a few like cuts on your skin.
Yeah.
Get out now. And he's holding his hand aloft, like in a kind of emotion.
You, as Scoops is like taking slow steps backwards, like, you did that? I don't
At
get-
the use
I don't
of one
get
of
it.
my psychic energy tokens, yes, I did.
Whoa, what happened to your voice, Michael Dickinson?
Nothing happened. Proceed.
Doogie
This is what
pulls
ghosts
out.
sound like.
Doogie reaches into his backpack and pulls out Snoppy the dog, gives it a little head tussle,
Forgot about
And-
Snoppy.
tosses Snoppy to this ghost's feet, and like kind of nods, and then turns and runs away as ordered.
And like, yeah, still like slowly backing away. It was nice to meet you, Michael Dickinson. I hope we can have a real interview soon. And then like slowly turning and like picking up a little bit of pace to rejoin everybody else.
So,
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go for it. You're good.
I was just gonna say, like, as he's trying to get out, there is kind of like a epiphany moment when Justin looks back and he's like, wait a minute. If we're really afraid of you, what are you afraid of?
You
Is that
really shouldn't
inside?
be here. Just like I told the girl, she should not be here.
So you met Letty.
Oh, I thought
I
everyone
saw
else
her.
did.
Please go.
Wait, you saw her, but you didn't meet her? Because she saw someone down here. Was it someone else?
His eyes just like these like bright orbs just kind of dim just slightly. They narrow, his head tilts to the side and he goes, "Yeah, someone else." Don't make me hurt your friend again. I don't like to be that guy. I am not that guy. Just go before it comes. Yeah.
I'm still running, right? Are we running?
Yeah, I'm doing like the slow retreat before.
Alexa, are you still running?
Yeah, she's running.
Sweet asthmatic girl, maybe? I don't know how well you run.
She's running.
Okay. Can you run or do flight for me real quick?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
No, you're good. I keep forgetting that that's grit and not flight, and I was like, she's not doing great.
Well,
6. I mean, you're a little better off than Justin in terms of like jelly legs. You can go. But also it's maintaining the steadiness of the flashlight. It's hearing your friends still talking somewhere behind you with something. But you are nearing that kind of pool of light where this opening of the sinkhole is. Although it is still a little ways off, it's not far.
gotta get out, gotta get out!
It doesn't take you long to get there. Like I said, I mean, you guys have only been walking for so long. The distance and the time it took, it's dark, we're spooked. It's not a super easy travel. So when you do get there, the rope is gone. Who could have thought of that happening? Nobody, that's who. Not me.
I want you to think about this, Sydney. Is this what you want to do to your friends? Your friends, we love you.
For the sake of getting y'all the magical character, for the moment, yeah. Just for the moment.
Yeah, I think running has failed him. His legs have just been so nervous that he can't even run effectively anymore. So he's resorting to talking to this guy, and I think the only state of reference he could even have to try to understand what's happening is Casper the Friendly Ghost. And so he's just gonna be like, are you like a good ghost or a bad ghost?
Well, I was hoping you would think that I'm a bad ghost, but clearly I'm not enough of an asshole to, like, hurt children. Unfortunately.
I appreciate that.
You what?
I appreciate that you don't hurt children.
That's great. The thing is, though, there's something down here that does. So if you guys can, like, just out the way you came, just
Did you
burrow
fly
on out.
there and get the rope?
That is not one of my abilities that I am aware of.
What abilities do you have then?
You can play with fire a little bit.
I don't think that's helpful right now.
Well, no shit, man. It didn't help me much either at the time. I mean, here we are. Here we are. Can you guys literally not get the fuck out? Like he's going. He's like, where? What the hell?
I think at that point, like,
the rope.
yeah, I think at that point, because like Alexa would have been there to see the rope. She's like, "There's no rope!" Just yelling back down as she comes that way again.
So the kids that hung back a little bit, you'll notice, like, he's walking, but he fades like in and out. Like it's one moment he's maybe 5 feet, the next minute he's 15, 20, then he's further off. Like it's either he's moving very, very fast or it's more of a teleport kind of thing. But eventually, like, Alexa, you see this phantasmal boy like appear next to you, and he's also peering up through the hole. Where the light does hit him more straight on, it's more faded. So for a moment you don't see like the top of his body. And you just see like old Converse shoes and just those ripped kind of dark jeans. But you very much hear him release a litany of swearing words as he tries to call for help.
Did you pull the rope up there? Over.
Nothing.
We really need that rope now. This is a bad time for a pee break. Over.
It's quiet.
This sucks.
I like your prop.
Over. Guys, my radio is not working. My accurately sized radio. It's not working.
So we have nothing other than that rope, right? We don't have any substitutes.
I've got some
Not
paracord.
really.
Mike, do you know any other way out of here?
I got some paracord, but we can't tie it to anything from here.
I don't know if like it's something my brother always used to do, but whenever he was just like, that was a dumb fucking question, he would get this, like, he'd cross his arms and like it's just this flop, this attempt, like in his posture. It's this like, that was a question. As far as you're concerned, there's 2 ways out of here. There's that way, and there was my way. And I would prefer you to take that way. Does anybody know you're here?
Yeah.
Who?
Letty.
And Letty is...
Not answering the radio right now.
super. Okay.
So we take your way then, right? We take a little walk and maybe a little talk on the way?
My way has more of a potential death, though.
I don't like that.
He gestures to himself like...
Okay, I'm not gonna
Hey
lie.
guys, let's just try like standing on each other's shoulders or something. There's got to be a way to get up this hole.
How deep is this
How
hole,
high up
Sid?
is
Is there any chance of that working?
With, like, have you ever seen, like, Cirque du Soleil? And, like, the
Yes.
people that, like, stand, like, 3 or 4 up on each other?
Uh-huh.
For children your size, it would probably take something like that. With adults, I think it would probably take at least 3,
Okay.
like, decently sized tall adults.
I mean, Justin, we can try it, but it would take
mean,
all
it's
of
either
us to
this-
get up there.
Either this or we're risking death.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, right?
No.
Think of the story.
Listen, I want to sell newspapers as much as the next guy, but this is... I can't enjoy my money if I'm dead.
It's fair.
I had a box of pizza rolls at home, and I was gonna eat those while watching The Matrix. I grabbed it, I swapped it into a Lion King VHS cover, and I'm gonna watch the hell out of that when the parents fall asleep. And I can't die before I see what happens to Neo.
Well, I definitely won't be able to file my funnel cake review if I'm dead.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Let's just
okay,
try it.
Okay. Yeah, try it.
Is there
We're
anything you
taking
can do
orders
to
from a
help,
dead
or
kid.
do you just do fire things?
Yeah, can't you like float up there and get something?
Who do
I think you're Michael
If I
Dickinson.
could-
That's about all I got.
if I could float out of here, if I could not be here, I wouldn't be. This
So-
is my personal hell.
Well,
Wait,
let-
did you just leave Snoppy back there?
The fuck is this not? Okay.
Wow, dick move, dude. All right, everybody pile up. Shoulders, let's go.
well, Justin, you got like, bike legs. You should probably be the bottom. I know you want to get out of here, but, you should probably be the base.
Being the bottom, can I use grit instead of brawn? Just to, like,
Absolutely.
hold it
Yeah.
in?
Mhm.
I too would like to use grit because my goal is helping to get people out.
Sure.
I'd like to use charm because I want to
Justin,
be the one to
buddy.
lift Alexa.
That's twice as good as anything else I've rolled tonight.
All right, if we're not using grit, what are we using?
Brawn.
Brawn?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And so I guess the stack is like Justin, Doogie, Scoops, Alexa.
I guess so.
If I think. Oh, Brawn's my
that's
worst
grit.
stat. Well, here we go. 3. Wait, that says.
Are you all fucking kidding
I
me?
rolled at the same
Oh, that
time
was
as
your
you.
3. Okay. Well, I rolled a lovely 1
problem-
then.
Isn't that it's not just one person. It's not that your base kind of folds like a napkin, like a delicate napkin.
Fuck, we do.
The problem though is it's kind of like playing God, is it chicken in the pool while somebody sits on your shoulders and like they're fighting?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is Alexa ends up seated on his shoulders, falling backwards. Or
Uh-oh.
no, sorry, it's Scoops and then Alexa, right?
Yeah,
I think
Alexa's
so.
top.
Scoops, you're the one that's seated on shoulders now, and then the weight of Alexa, who's already fallen on you once today.
Oh, I'm sorry,
it's,
guys.
It's like a painful back bend, just
Oh,
off,
no.
off of Doogie into ground. And there's
Oh.
this heavy, heavy sigh. If you guys listen very, very carefully, we can try to see if this will work. I can try to get you out. Or we can patiently wait until your fucking parents show up, man.
cool. Hey, Alexa, you're like a cheerleader, right? So, we both throw you up there. Then, you can drop a rope, right?
I gotta
I'm
tell
not-
you.
A cheerleader. I'm on the track team.
Is the
What?
is the
Also, I'm
thing-
way too tired to throw anybody.
I thought he said you were attractive. Wait.
Hey,
A track team.
I like slap.
team.
We're still on the ground, but I reach up
Ow.
and slap him. That was in confidence.
Question, can you
Ow.
roll brains?
You said she had confidence. Ah.
That was also in confidence.
Ow.
You don't, in the midst of all of it, you don't hear it, because your friends are bickering and screwing around. It's a mess of a day. You're down here. They weren't running. Why weren't they running? Now they're fighting over what? There's so much more bigger things going on, and they're so loud. But you feel vibrations as you sit on the ground, having kind of crumbled under the weight of your friends. You
I,
feel it's tremors. It's deep, low. But at the same time, like, it's not earthquake levels of shaking, but you feel something just in your skin.
I immediately look over to Michael to see, like, do you, like, I'm just looking for answers, like, does he feel it too? Is he gonna have some kind of look of, like, this is it, this is the thing I was talking about? Because he was just about to ask, does the thing that hurts children come over here ever?
You look at him and his eyes meet yours. He doesn't have pupils, but you can feel the weight of a stare. And it's as this happens, he like throws his arm up again, and the echoing of your friends like bickering, it muffles again. It becomes quiet. It becomes like so self-contained, it's almost like their words aren't completely leaving their mouth. And you just see him like put a finger up to his lips.
You're being all quiet while I'm still like, parents, shut up, stop it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be like, shut the frick up!
What?
You know, like in Jurassic Park when they have the T-Rex thing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Move a muscle.
You hear from the other end, the other end of one of the directions of the caverns. It's hard to pinpoint because it's just cacophonous. It's loud. It's bone shaking. But you hear this growl that just rips through the area. And I think there is where we will pause the story and
Son
where
of
I
a
will tell
bitch!
you how you guys get to use the magic character.
Okay.
So when's
Okay.
that one gonna show up? I'm just kidding.
Surprise, bitches! It was me all along. I'm Magic Stan, the Magic Man.
I have the power of God and anime.
Got the power of God, anime, and close-up magic.
They call me triple threat.
I'm a triple threat.
All
So, next session, it's a communal character. Everybody gets to have a bit of control of Ghost Boy Michael Dickinson. Okay?
Mhm.
How this works, typically, is he has a few aspects, and you each get to decide which aspect that you get to control.
Okay.
I would, however, I think I would like to just have like the aspects listed, and should you feel that there's like an instance where some of these can be met, you get to take control of the character and you get to like do the thing.
Yeah. So we're just
Um,
group decision it all
Yeah,
the way instead of Voltroning.
yeah, the only issue, so how it's typically ran is everybody gets one particular aspect. If somebody else feels that that aspect can come into play, but it's not theirs to control, they get to like, there's index cards that they get to turn to indicate, I think this could happen here, and it's the GM's call, but that's not a thing that we can do here unless we're like actually tilting text or something, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I figure we can just have the list of them. If anybody at any point says, I think that this can happen, people can weigh in and we can see the best course of action. He has individual aspects. He has group aspects, like how he feels towards your group. And then he has powers. So his powers come with a limit. He has... I'm super glad I gave him more than typical because, I mean, this is already happening. But as he uses them, they use psychic energy tokens, which he had 10. It's down to like 8. Or no, it's down to... every time you guys use one, you spend a token, and then there's some roles that go with it in bigger story elements.
Does he have his
because
own tokens, or is it pull from ours?
He has his own tokens.
Okay.
And then after those are depleted, the character needs to rest to restore them. But Old Boy can teleport. He can manipulate existing flames. He can heal with touch. And he can stifle sounds at their source.
Oh.
Yeah, right. They're just like, make up some shit. And I was like, what's some helpful shit that can help kids get out of this fucking mine?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are solid.
So his aspects is that he is tough. He has D20 and grit. He wants revenge. He really dislikes the dark. He's a self-declared pyromaniac. And he's a little bit reckless when defending his friends. Group aspects, he's going to be protective of your group. And he wants y'all to get out safely. And if you guys find out what happened to him, that's icing on the cake for him. Maybe he can move on from living in a fucking mine shaft for the rest of his undying, undead days.
Wow.
Wow.
Feels like a him problem.
It does, doesn't it? He does come with his own stat block, which I'll create and give it to you guys. But when you guys are rolling it in an instance where it's like fighting, or even if it requires like any sort of like stat roll action that requires like a pass or a fail, how it works is you guys roll for the action, and then that player who's in control of him rolls 2d4, and that is, for some reason, subtracted from that existing roll, and that's the outcome. Question mark. I don't know if I like that. We'll check it out, see how it goes. If we don't like it, we don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna, because that seems shitty. So in the event that it works out, the player takes full control of the character, gets to narrate how it goes, and that's how it works. For replenishing mental energy, he needs to rest, eat, or takes any like appropriate sort of action. Usually they're actually humans too. I decided to go with Weird Ghost Boy. So
I like it.
so he might just like vanish for a bit. My
Is this
flavoring
guy
was
Danny
that
Phantom?
he kind of fed on your guys' like electric equipment, question mark, batteries. And he rolled up. But that is where we'll stop because my head.
Oh.
Well, it was still fun, Sid.
But yeah,
This is
I'll have
still
these
very
ready.
eventful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry again, like
Don't be.
God.
There's nothing to apologize for. All right, I'll head us over to the outro screen, and we'll be back for.
Yeah.
Is next week like the finale? Is that the plan?
I mean, I think so. If Richard, if you need more of a break, we can do a more D&D centric one off or something. But
Yeah, I am definitely not in the headspace yet to be like, I'm ready to return. I kind of need the
That's
end
fair.
of this year to happen first.
Sure.
But it's only one more week away until that happens.
Okay. But at the very least, we'll do this next week, and then we'll figure out the after.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, bye bye everyone. Thank you, Sid. This was good. It was quick, but it was good. I think we got a lot out of it.
Yeah.
that is a thing.
Yeah. All right.
Good
Bye
episode.
everyone.
Bye.